Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and today I just want to let you guys know that we do have some New York Noibats merchandise up for sale. We have a whole bunch of different things. We have t-shirts, we got sleeveless options, we got the hoodies, stickers, we got mugs, and a different type of shirt for the ladies out there. Or if you're a man, you want to wear the shirt as well, doesn't matter. Anyway, if you guys do end up purchasing any of these different items for the Noibats trying to support the team, it is always greatly appreciated. I'm going to leave a link to this website in the top of the description as well as in the comment section for you guys. Now, thank you guys for checking it out, and I will see you guys in the video. Bye! Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I'm your coach of the New York Noibats. It is Season 3, Week number 11 of the APA, and we are going up against E4 Dan, aka Dank Memes, of the Chelsea Cloysters. And if you guys don't know how I like to do my team builders, we kind of list off all the team members that we have, all the Pokemon that we've drafted. We kind of talk about team matchup and go into the sets. So pretty much that's what we're going to do in this video. Also, I do still have my t-shirt campaign thing going on, so link is always in the description for that. Now, you guys can also check out E4 Dan, his link is in the description. And one last thing before we go into the video, just one final thing, is that I did upload a PokeCrate opening. PokeCrate was a company, they sent me some free merchandise, and I opened that up on the channel, so I'm going to leave a link for that video in the description as well. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys can check it out and leave it a like, maybe a comment. It would make me feel happy, so I would appreciate it if you guys can do that for me. Now going into the video itself, so pretty much you guys can see his team is kind of chilling right above my team, right above my face. He has the Mega Lopunny, which is a terrifying, fast, speedy mon, and then Sylveon, which is always a threat. Then he has Latias, Crocodile, Empoleon, Gengar, Rotom, Volcarona, the Cryogonal, Regirock, and the Braviary. And then you guys can see my team. You already know we got that Ambipom, we have the Starmie, we have our Infernape, I don't know why my face is just lagging. I see my face lagging. It's kind of creeping me out. We have Infernape, we have the Yuxi, Suicune, Gligar, Mega Altaria, Garbodor, Honchkrow, Magneton, and Decidueye. So, going into the sets, as you guys can see, we are running an Imprisoned set again. It is the best set to ever make it into the draft format. So, pretty much, we can see his threats on the screen. So, pretty much, this is going to be my Stealth Rocker. So, looking at his team, Crocodile is a very like offensive threat that I think can lead off against my team. I really predict him to either like lead Crocodile or the Empoleon. I feel like both of them could definitely come and just like put in some work against me. And I feel like his Crocodile stops pretty much all of my Stealth Rockers aside from maybe Gligar, and Gligar can't really do much to him. So it's not like, I don't know, it's like a very weird situation for me because I could lead Gligar and I could like just bring it and like click rocks against him, but I feel like if I lead Yuxi and I'm faster than him, I click Imprison, he can't click Knockoff, he can't click Stealth Rock, and I feel pretty safe going for that. And then it kind of lets me get up my own rocks. Maybe I want to click Power Up Punch, because if he does end up leading with the Empoleon, he might just click Scald or Toxic or something like that, and then it'll let me just get a +1 Power Up Punch boost. So that's kind of like my whole thought process with with this set. So I think that's pretty much like the first main threat. Like Crocodile, like I have nothing to switch into it. It destroys pretty much everything on my team. I didn't really want to bring Suicune because I mean obviously Suicune could take a hit, but like there's knockoff and things like that, and then Moxie. It's like it's not like I don't really have much for it. So I don't like bringing Suicune because it's not very offensive. It kind of just sits there and does nothing. Maybe gets up a little chip damage here and there, but you know, I'm not a fan of. I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of Suicune. Like it's a good mon. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it just does like the same kind of thing. Like you have to run like Roarcoon or just like Rest Scald. I mean, Toxic. That it's just like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like bringing that kind of like stally, annoying kind of sets this week, so I'm not really going to. I'm gonna run some like funnish things and like more offensive mons. So then, you know, it might be a faster battle, but I think it'll be more enjoyable for you guys because, you know, I'm not really in like a playoff contention thing. Like, I'm pretty sure we're out of it. I think he's actually clinched it, E4 Dan. So with that being said, we're just going to kind of just have some fun and things like that. I'm not going to be taken too seriously. I just want to make sure that I put on a good battle for you guys. It doesn't have to be like super wild or anything like that. I just want to make it a nice, close battle for you. So I think this set that we have should be okay. The other things that are on his team that I'm really worried about are Mega Lopunny and the Latias. I think Latias is like scary, and so is the Gengar. So I'm like, I feel like the top 6 mons that are on his team are probably like the most likely to come. I think those are actually the order that he drafted it in. But is my phone ringing? It's not. Okay. I don't know why I thought I heard my phone ring. Those I think those are probably the most likely mons to come. But he might just bring like he might swing Rotom in there, maybe the Volcarona. But I really feel like those top 6 are definitely ones that might come against me. That's just kind of like what I'm predicting. But you know, whatever. Anyway, like I think Scarf Gengar, maybe Calmine Latias, and maybe like a Wish, Hyper Voice, Protect, Toxic kind of Sylveon, and then just like a very standard Lopunny with like Power Up Punch, maybe Fake Out, High Jump Kick, Return, something. You know, just like a very standard, you know, kind of thing. Like nothing too crazy. Ice Punch for Gligar. Like that's kind of what I see happening. If he decides to bring Volcarona, I just see it being Quiver Dance. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm like just picturing him to bring. So I think that's gonna be it for like the team matchup part. Like, you know, we've already kind of gone over Yuxi. So pretty much my team versus his team. I think that Infernape has a fantastic match. Like, nothing really wants to take the combination of Flare Blitz and Close Combat aside from maybe Latias. So I have U-Turn, which can U-Turn out on that, hit that thing for super effective damage. And then I guess the other thing that would take those moves would probably be the Volcarona. So we do have Rock Slide for that. And then Scarf Rock Slide flinches. If it comes down to it, we will go for it. I don't know if we'll actually, you know, do it because I don't know. I don't like doing that, but we'll see. But if he ends up like having like the last couple of mons left, and like I'm forced to click Rock Slide, or else I won't be able to hit Volcarona, I'll click Rock Slide because otherwise I won't be able to touch it. And this kind of just dismantles like his whole team. Like, it pretty much can get a kill if I get the necessary chip damage on things, and it can kind of just clean up through like everything. So that's cool. Then the only other things that I really want to just like the whole goal of like this team, and it kind of we'll start talking about the next mon because it kind of goes into it. So we have Don't Give a Hoot, the Decidueye, and pretty much it is a banded Decidueye with Shadow Sneak, which is pretty much going to let me destroy the Gengar from full, like every single time. Just completely knocks it out. Does like 117 minimum, and this will just help me be able to click Close Combat a little bit more freely when it comes to Infernape. So if Gengar's gone, then I don't really have to worry about always needing to click Flare Blitz, because there's going to be times, like for example, if I'm in against, like if his last couple mons are something like Crocodile, Regirock, maybe Cragganol, and Lopunny, and then like the only thing that he has to switch into a Close Combat is the Gengar, I want to make sure I can get rid of that Gengar, so I am just free to just click Close Combat and just destroy the rest of his team. So that is kind of like the thought process, like with this mon. Like when I decided, I was like, hey, let's put a banded Decidueye on the team. Like that was kind of my thought. So we do have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Regirock and a max speed modest Empoleon. So with this speed, we can outspeed both of those things and get big hits off, whether we're clicking Spirit Shackle or Leaf Blade. I mean, Leaf Blade works just fine because it actually hits harder. But against like the Latias, we can do like 60% to it with a Shadow Sneak. We can just completely destroy it with a Spirit Shackle. It can't kill us with any hit. If he decides he wants to try to switch in Lopunny as like a switch in for this kind of thing, then we can click Brave Bird. Or if he wants to decide to try to switch in his Volcarona into this thing, we can also click Brave Bird on that. So I think this actually does like a pretty decent job of wall breaking against his team. I think this will put a lot of hurt into some of his into his walls. So I got to be very careful of things like the Crocodile, because it could try to pursuit trap us. If you know that thing's against me, I'm probably just gonna let this thing die. It's kind of hard for me to tell. I don't know. So anyway, the next mon that we have on this squad is our Mega Altaria, and this is a very weird EV spread, but we do have enough speed after an agility to outspeed everything on his team, including a Scarf Gengar, and of course the Mega Lopunny. The pretty much like the whole like EV spreads that we have here. So like the defensive investment, it lets me live 2 Earthquakes from a Crocodile that's, I believe, Adamant, and then it also lets me live 2 Jolly Returns. So we have Roost, and then we have just to get our health back, and then we have things like Return and Earthquake, because the combination of those 2 moves just let me hit pretty much everything on his team, besides from like the Volcarona, and that's kind of pretty much it. So it should let me do good damage to everything. So we hit everything on his team for either neutral or super effective damage, I believe, with that. And we don't even really need that much. We don't even really need offensive investment to sweep with this late game if everything on his team is taking some damage, because we have enough like thickness to live the hits, and then like after our speed, we can just kind of like pick things off and kind of get our W that way. So like the next mon on our team is going to be the Starmie, and of course I didn't really want to bring our Suicune. Like I said, it just doesn't do much. It's kind of just there to be fat, and I didn't want to bring fat things. I want to bring fast offensive things. I want to have like a nice fun offensive game, and I think that the Starmie is a nice fast offensive mon, and it's fun. And I haven't really brought it that much. I think I only brought it one other time, and it did show that it can put in some work. So Psyshock Stab hits the Mega Lopunny, and it also hits the Gengar. And we have enough speed on this thing to outspeed the Gengar, and as long as it's not Scarf, we can outspeed it and just knock it out with a Psyshock. Surf, pretty much general stab. It will let me hit the Volcarona and the Regirock and the Crocodile for super effective damage. He doesn't really have too much to switch into this thing because we do have coverage for his entire team. So, like, the only reason we're really carrying Thunderbolt on this thing is specifically for the Empoleon, which would otherwise kind of check us pretty well. Then Ice Beam is kind of just for those things that, that we don't hit with those other 3 moves. So Ice Beam would let us hit like the Latias, the Crocodile, and the Braviary. So like we have general good coverage. Like we hit the majority of the things on his team, and I think this will actually put in some work. We are Life Orb Analytics, so if things do switch out against us, we do get that little 1.3 times power boost, and we can hit things really hard, break some things down on his team. But I really think that the star of the show is probably going to be the Infernape. I just don't see it not working. As long as I play Infernape right, we should be okay. The last mon on the team is really just a mon to bring, just so we have like an answer for some of his mons. Like for example, Braviary, like we need something to switch into a Brave Bird, and this actually switches into it and like doesn't take anything. It can hit us with a superpower, so that's not good, but you know, oh my god, I tried not to yawn this video, I swear. But this also does let us hit the Cryogonal, and what else? It also gives me a answer for the Sylveon, so it's like it's a decent mon to bring. I think I don't think there was a reason for me not to bring it. Like, I mean, I guess yeah, there was reasons for me not to bring it. Like, he has a Mega Lopunny, he has the Crocodile, and then he also has Volcarona. But like, it's like, other than that, like there was nothing really much that his team was doing to this. So I think it's a pretty relatively good bring. We don't have any really speed on this thing because like majority of his team is super fast anyway, and we weren't gonna outspeed it anyway. Like, there was just no point. So I decided to invest in bulk and kind of be able to. I decided to EV this thing so we can live the superpower from the Braviary, and that way, like, if that thing does come in on Decidueye, I can kind of just switch out of this thing and just like eat the hit. We have Magnet Pull on this thing for the his water thing, his Empoleon. Because once Empoleon is gone, then I can kind of like it lets me free up like what I can click with Starmie. It makes my predicting a little bit easier because then I can click Ice Beam a little bit more freely, or I can click Psyshock a little bit more freely, or Surf. Like, it means that I'm not forced to click Thunderbolt on certain things, like predicting that thing to come in. So I think that's a pretty decent reason. I think that's going to be it for the team builder this week, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more. We have some more league stuff coming up in the future once this APA stuff is done. So if you guys are looking forward to that, please, 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 please subscribe, because you guys are definitely going to enjoy the content coming up in the future. And I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later.